Hi, for this tutorial, I'm going to show you two methods that I use to do my box braids. I did them kind of medium size, not too big, and they're definitely not jumbo. I use 100% Connect Lawn Hair X-pression. I'm not really sure the brand, but it's something similar to this. I also use beeswax, and because I don't have grease, I use beeswax on my hair prior to installing each braid. And I just help with the hold because it's a little thick. For this first method, I use the hair, 2 strands of the hair plus my hair as the third strand to make the braid. Once I braid it down about 3 times, then I start to borrow hair from the weave and add it to the strand of my real hair. And then I borrow hair from the other strand to add to the third strand to make them even. And then after that, I just keep braiding down tightly. I braid mine tightly because I feel like it's less likely to unravel. And also the key is to braid it all the way to the tip, as far down to the bottom as possible, because that will also prevent it from unraveling before you get a chance to dip it in the hot water. And that's the whole point of feathering it too, because that way the ends are not blunt. There's plenty of videos on YouTube on how to feather, because I honestly had to watch videos myself. So it took me a while to get the feathering thing down. Honestly, I think it took me until I got to the second pack to get the feathering down. But yes, definitely braid it all the way to the ends. The other method I use for some of my braids is starting with 3 strands of the weave instead of 2. And the way to do this is to separate or take a small portion of the section, like less than half of it, because you're going to fold it over to make 3 equal pieces, or at least close to equal, like so. That way when I start my braid, I don't have to borrow hair, pretty much. And it's a little easier and it's faster to do it that way. I don't know why I just toggle between both methods. It really depended on which side of my head I was working on for some reason. One way was easier than the other way. And I did the same thing and make sure I braid all the way down to the bottom. I finished, and what I'm doing now is just checking the lengths on the braids. There's like maybe 2 or 3 of them that were like super long. And like I said, because in the beginning I did not know what I was doing with that feathering. That one in particular, and there's about 3 more that I had to fix. And all I did was take the scissor and cut at an angle.